Welcome to Bangs After Dark.
Hey y'all! Hey everybody!
Hey you guys, we need you to like, subscribe, follow, share. It's free.
Yes.
Support us.
Yes.
And today we're going to be talking about friendships and what that looks like to each person. So I posed the first question, which is, sorry y'all,
It's cool.
what does friendship look like to you?
That's good. I think that's just like when we say what is love, like what is everything, that's such a complex.
Loaded.
It is loaded.
Like what is a friend?
Expectations. What do
Mm.
you consider a good friend?
Someone that's there for you. Mm-hmm. Somebody that listens to you. Yeah. A person that's selfless. Mm-hmm. They're not selfish. I'm just saying a few. I think we could probably all piggyback.
A person who is non-judgmental.
That was going to be my number one thing.
Who takes you for who you are. Someone who lifts you up and prays for you. And I mean, it's so many different things.
Yeah.
It is. I agree.
With those things. Yeah, I mean, and honestly, like a friend, like what is a friend for me? I think it's like knowing what you need too as a person. And I think that we choose friendships according to what we feel like, what it looks like, what look like as a good friend, or about outer things. And, you know, you really got to think about what do you need, though. Like, not what do I want, what do I want to look like in a picture, you know, because just like with your man, people got like, I'm for real. Like, some people like only want to have a friend that look a certain way. She got to be able to get into the club. She got to be able to look, I'm just keeping it 1,000. She need to look cute, you know, she need to have it together. Or on the flip side, some people only want ugly friends. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm can stand out.
So they can shine.
I'm just going to kick the door right on in.
You know? Girl, okay?
Kick it down.
Here we want friends that's beneath them. Like, you know, when you like how you the only friend in the group that's like doing well and everybody else dusty around you.
That's not good.
Well, we both we both jumped on that one. Like, that's not good.
Yeah, because I think that's what people do. Like,
you got to check yourself.
Yeah.
Because you can't be the best one in the group. Because how do you grow? What's feeding you?
What's feeding you?
And then if your friends are not doing well and you are, what does that say about you that you're not picking them up?
Right.
You're not helping them.
Right. So when you think about like what is a friend and what do I need, I think picking your friendships is like picking your man. Like you gotta go within and know like who am I so that I could choose my friends according to like what I need.
But not only that, what do you offer?
That's good.
Because friendships, you know, it's back and forth. So
two-way street.
It's a two-way street. You cultivate a friendship.
Yeah.
And your friends should be a reflection of you.
They should.
You know, they should be a reflection of you.
And vice versa.
And vice versa. I think sometimes friends only look at what they need and not what their friend needs.
True.
It's give and take.
Yeah, but I think it'd be like a thing of, I want you to always be there for me. I want you to always listen to me. I want you to always be for me. And then
when it's time to return it, you're not available.
And I'm not saying all friends are like that, but it happens.
Yeah. And me saying that, like, what do you need can sound like that if you don't got it together. Okay? Because I don't mean, like, what do you need, like, only need, but what are you looking for? And then your friend should mirror you, right? So if you're selfless, they should be selfless. If you know, I seen this meme on Instagram, and they were talking about learning your friends' love languages. Right. And I thought that was very sweet because, like what you're saying, every friend doesn't need the same thing I need.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like what if your friend, how they receive love from you is acts of service.
Yeah.
Or, you know, quality time. And I don't mean it on like no boo thing stuff, but spending time with your friend, like sometimes giving them a call and just seeing what you're doing.
How they're doing.
Yeah.
Not needing something from that friend every time you call. How was your day today?
Or
you need a cup of coffee. What you need today?
Yes.
Not always pulling from that friend.
Or
I
not
think friendships are a feeling. Like, have you ever been in a friendship with somebody and they say or do something and it make you feel like this ain't my friend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think just like you in a relationship with a partner, you could tell who's genuinely your friend and who's not from what they do. And I've lost several friends over the last 5 years. And I realized, like, when I sit back and look, what have I really lost? Because you look back and see, what did they contribute to me? I mean, I can't think of a time where it's been, for the people that I did lose, where they were like, can I grab you something? You good? But they always want you to be available for them. So they constantly calling you, you're their coach, but then you can't lean on them the same way. That's a problem. You need to be able to help each other and grow together, like any relationship.
And be there for each other.
Because friend is a strong word. People be like, such and such said they was your friend. No, that's my associate.
Yeah.
Friends come different. Friends hit different, and friend means something different for me.
That's good. No, that's
you
real
gotta call
good.
yourself friendly to get a friend too.
Yes,
so
you do. Show yourself.
Some people don't. I mean, they say they want a friend, but they're not friendly.
Correct.
Or they don't have the capacity to be a healthy friend because they're in competition with you.
Right.
And without realizing it. And it's not that they're necessarily mad at you, they're just mad at themselves and they don't know how to channel that energy.
And they may realize it.
They might. You got some people who are mad at you.
Yeah.
Friendships should be authentic, and it should be easy to be friends with somebody. You shouldn't have to work so hard to be a friend to someone.
Yeah,
That's right.
That's right.
And you shouldn't go looking for friends. Friends should just happen because that's how they're supposed to naturally come around.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And not, if you have to work really, really hard to be somebody's friend, that's not your friend.
That's not your friend.
Or if you got to work hard to make them accept you for who you are. You got friends who want to change you. That ain't your friend, because you got to take me as I am or don't take me at all. Because a lot of times, some women want to dumb you down to make themselves feel better. You can't make me change who I am so you could feel good.
Right.
This is who I am, so you got to take me or leave me. And I think God reveals things to you in time, because we stay in relationships with women too long too.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know it'd be over 40 years ago, but you still, because you can love somebody and they shouldn't be your friend.
Right.
Absolutely.
Because there's nobody that I've separated from that I don't genuinely love. I love them, but they're not good for me.
Yeah.
It's just what it is.
Yeah. I think that, so I like Take Me As I Am, right? On the flip end, if you're not growing, because yours is I'm growing, and if you don't want to be with me growing, then leave me be.
Right.
But if you're not willing to grow, I can't take you as you are.
Right.
And so growth causes separation,
It
no
does.
matter what. Like, you can't stop it. And so, you have your childhood friendships and you have your adulthood friendships. And I've noticed that a lot of women struggle with the childhood versus adult friendships, right? Because you want to stay loyal. Like, everybody got this thing about, I gotta be down, I'm loyal, like, that's my girl, we've been friends since the 2nd grade. That's great, right? Like, Keisha could definitely be your friend. And this is literally, y'all, I don't know nobody named Keisha. But, Keisha could be your friend since the 2nd grade. But if she not growing, or let's say she is growing, but y'all just growing apart. Right. I mean, it has to be okay to let somebody else come in, because every childhood friend is not going to be your lifetime friend.
But here's the thing. I have friends that I've had from childhood, and I have friends that I've met later, and they can mush together. We all have a good time, don't we? All my friends.
do.
But when you got them friends who can't handle your other friends, that's a problem.
Yeah.
So it get a little weird.
Yeah.
Because you should be able to allow your friend to have relationships with everybody, because every person in my life brings something different to me.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, and then also, when you do grow apart from a friend that's been your friend for a long time over the years, you can still love them.
Yes,
you
you
can
can.
still reach out to them and pour into them from afar, if that's what it's called to do. But you should be able to, you don't have to talk to them every day, every week, once a month. But if you want to reach out on their birthday, on Christmas, on Mother's Day, show them love, you can still love them. And they probably still have the same love for you as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I think everything doesn't have to be toxic. I think the problem with people, us as human beings, is we don't like change and we don't like being uncomfortable. Yeah. So we'll take friends who have outgrown the season versus waiting for, God to send the proper people in your life because you're afraid of what? Being alone, but it doesn't always have to end badly. I mean, I have friends that I talk to every now and again, and the love isn't lost.
Still there.
Yeah. Like I that on their birthday, I think of them like, yo, happy birthday. I love you tons. And we could have not talked in whole like 2 years or 1 year.
Talk for 2 hours on that phone call.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Like
no,
you
we ain't
didn't
talking
miss-
for 2 hours.
No,
I'm just saying, but you
like
can
you
talk for a
didn't
long
miss
time.
nothing
You gotta
though.
catch up.
You
True.
picked right up.
Yeah.
Where you left off.
Yeah. Or it
But
could
those
just be
are
a
authentic
text.
relationships.
Yeah.
Because I have friends like that. I do.
too.
Friends I don't see or they don't go travel with me. They don't do the things that I do, but they still add value to my life.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And those relationships are still valuable to me.
Yeah. I think it's like placing the friendship, and too many times it's all or nothing.
Yeah.
Or you feel like, but they ain't no good friend for me. Well, this is what everybody say. They ain't a good friend if they don't call you. They ain't a good friend if they don't do this, if they don't do that. But some friends just
Don't have the capacity.
no. What about when they going through something? What about, what life looks like? Or you just busy. Everybody know you get married, have kids, or just have kids. Shoot, you ain't got to be married. Have some
And that's
kids.
the thing. Your friends have to respect where you are.
Yeah.
And then when people say, oh, just like in a marriage or a relationship, you change. Of course, we're all going to change. So
Right.
who I am at 17 as a friend, I'm not going to be at 25 because I have 2 kids. I'm in school. I'm working. Our life is different. We
Yeah.
can't go to the club every week. We can't hang out.
Right.
And then some people you have to just let go of completely because
Correct.
they were only good for the club. They're
Yeah.
not good to add value to your growth or your whatever. You
Yeah,
got
I
friends.
agree.
You think about your friends
Yeah.
and who's still where they were in
Yeah.
high school is the ones who are further.
Yeah.
You have friends for a season, you have friends for a lifetime.
Yeah. You're right.
And so sometimes you have to really sit down and think about that and say, maybe that's what it was.
Yeah. That was God's time.
That's good. I mean, definitely. Because think about it. When you're younger, like you're saying, like if we going out, I can spend a night over your house. Like we don't have no responsibilities. You can do anything.
Right.
Like we kicking it. That's my home girl.
outside.
But it's like when life happens, it's like, psh, girl.
Let me call you back.
we gotta talk about what month I
I
can
ain't
come over your
call-
house.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you back.
Yeah.
And they call you and be like, you ain't call me back. Well, you know I'm lifing. Lifing is happening right now. So lifing is life, and I'm trying to get to it.
I'm gonna call you
But
back
I'ma
being
call you
tomorrow
back.
or next
Yeah,
week
something,
or
but yeah, like don't hold on to that.
Yeah, but you know what
Don't
I think
hold
is
your
so
breath.
crazy
Like,
that
because I ain't holding mine. We all doing something.
Yeah, but then you grieve these relationships that you leave too. Remember we
Yeah.
talked about this a few months ago. I
did.
was like, I'm sad about it. I'm sad about some things because you miss chapters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You miss when they get married. You miss when they have kids. You missing things, but they just ain't for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The time the season is up, and it's just hard.
Yeah,
because
it
you got to
is hard.
listen to him because he tell you. He showed me so many things years ago, and I ignored it.
Yeah.
But I should have just. It happened when it happened.
Yeah. I mean, I think processing our emotions, right? Like, because when you lose a friend, you do go through a lot internally. If they were your friend, right?
Yep.
Like, if they was just your kicking buddy, that ain't your friend. That's different. That is your associate. And I know that people don't like that, but we associates. Like, that ain't my friend.
Right.
But if that was my friend, that's somebody that's close to me. That's somebody that I'm doing life with. And when that person leaves you, it is like a death of a situation because somebody that you were with all the time is not going to the next season with you, and you have to watch them from afar. They have to watch you from afar, and I mean you have all kind of things. But I think that a lot of times when friendships go bad, you have anger, but that's not the root of the emotion.
Right.
You're hurt.
Disappointment.
Yeah.
You're disappointed. Like your feelings are hurt, and so now you're
because
angry.
You have different expectations.
Correct.
But it's
So
nothing
that's-
wrong with having different
No,
expectations.
but that's why the hurt is there because you have different expectations. So would you think that the friendship should be or how the boundaries are
Yeah.
that, that's there and you've overstepped them and, and if I don't like that, the boundaries for me and our friendship and you overstep the boundaries and I say something to you about it, you shouldn't be mad because these are my boundaries that
And my
I've
feelings.
set my feelings for me. And so you may have your own, and if we're friends, then we have to learn how to respect each other's boundaries.
Yeah.
Without trying to convert that person into who you want them to be so you can feel comfortable. And I think it takes getting older and mature to realize that if somebody can't accept you for who you are, they're not meant to be your friend.
Right.
And I see it so often because why is it that this group of people can take me as I am, but you can't? Why are you working so hard to make you feel comfortable? It's weird. No, we're not doing this. We're not doing that. And I think just in my growth and my success, you lose people along the way, but some of the people that I lost is surprising.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's about 4 or 5, not 5, but maybe 4.
It's
surprising, but in the same token, I saw signs of stuff early on. So it's really not surprising. I just kept the blinders on too long. Because when I look back on it and I look at the things that I value, what did I really miss from that relationship? Because where were they at? And they weren't feeding me. I was feeding them. I'm always trying to build somebody up. We should do this. Let's do this. Let's make this better. But if I can't want more for somebody than they want for themselves. And then I can't also make you want to be a better you.
Correct.
And in the meantime, you want to take me down. I don't like how you said that. You too aggressive. You did it. No, this is for us to grow. This is for me.
Right.
But I got to be who I'm going to be. Y'all know I'm a little straight to the point. I am. But it says
some people can't ride that way with you
forever. They can
just
handle
can't.
it when they were younger, but when they older, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like I said, some people are in your life for a season and a lifetime, and when their time is up, you can love them from afar.
Yeah, I think that, and some relationships are going to be done.
Yeah.
And I mean, just
O-V-E-R.
being honest, and you have to be okay with things being done. I saw this this interview, and the pastor was saying that basically when you find out, when something happens between you and someone that's your friend, and you find out that the core of them wasn't what you thought it was supposed to be, you forgive them. But the reconciliation of getting to know the person that I did not know, it's up to me.
Yeah.
Does not mean I did not forgive you.
Right.
Does not mean I do not love you. But it does mean I don't decide to do more life with you.
Yes.
Because I did not sign up
That's
for
just
what
not
it's okay. Because I did not sign up for that person. And I think that just like how in marriage or just dating somebody, you see the representative of friendship, there could be a representative too for a while. Some people want to be your friend for what you bring to a table. And people got to understand that too. We all do. Like sometimes when you're blessed and you are successful, people want to be your friends because of those things.
Right.
But that can only last for so long too, because people will begin to show who they are after so long. Because a person who genuinely in their heart are happy for you and are called to your life, they're going to clap for you,
Right.
you
And
know,
push you.
and push you to go. And they're going to, at least for me, I need for you to give of yourself because I'm going to give my everything. I expect that in my friendship, but everybody doesn't, and people don't do friends the same.
But some people don't have the capacity to do it
They
either.
don't.
So
That's what I was
just
just
like
getting
when
ready to say.
when we talk about relationships with our partners, same with females. You bring stuff from your childhood into that same type of relationship. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So it's hard because you love somebody, but you love them enough to let them go.
Yeah.
And then you think about what it could have been, but it's still like one of those things where you're like, there's nothing I could say or do to ever make this person feel comfortable with me or themselves until they do the work within.
Right.
Because a lot of people are not mad at you or the situation. They're mad at themselves because of they're stagnant or they're not doing the things. And then no matter how much you offer to help or want to help, if they don't want to do the self-work, they're never going to grow.
That's right.
So do I stay with that friend or do I move on from that friend?
Right.
And then some friends, you know, if y'all not having those tough, hard conversations, you know, it could be just a misunderstanding.
It could.
And then some of those friendships, you know, you might have to work a little harder to bring the person back in. Like, let's work on this. Let's figure out where we went
If
wrong.
it's worth it.
If it was just a misunderstanding.
If it was
now some
just-
stuff, we bye.
Yeah.
But other things, you like
Yeah.
a real friend and you miss them. Sometimes it is just a phone call.
It is.
I went through that. And I made a phone call because one of my friends was going through breast cancer. She was recovering from her surgery, and I went to go visit, and it really did something to me. I hadn't talked to one of my other friends for like 2.5 years. I had I had my daughter. She wasn't a part of her life, you know, and so I missed that. And I found myself talking about that a lot, which meant I missed her. And so what I did was when I went to go visit my friend in Columbus, I was like, life is too short.
Yeah.
It is.
And I don't even know why we not friends. And so it moved me in a way that on my 2-hour ride back home, I called her and we talked for 3 hours and we ain't stopped talking since.
See?
That's great.
But you have to have the
That's
capacity
beautiful.
to look within, and you have to have a forgiving heart.
Right.
You got to be able to say, okay, maybe I had contributed to this in some type of way.
Yeah.
Because you have people in relationships and they point the finger. It's you. But what have you done?
Right.
You know what I mean? So what have you done to make that person behave or act the way they do? Because if there's no accountability, it'll never work.
But I realized in that conversation, I realized that she was going through something and she hadn't shared it. And so I couldn't show up in that light as a friend because I didn't know.
Yep.
And she kept it to herself.
Right.
And so she kind of pulled back and then she moved out of town. So it was just, the transition just happened that way. So, I mean, I was like, I'm so happy that I reconnected and now we good.
And I think, but I think it's like what she was just saying, like that looking within yourself, you gotta know, like, hey, I actually miss this person. And whatever we going through, it's not worth it. And you gotta be the bigger person to say, like, I miss you and it wasn't worth what happened. And people need to hear that because you gotta take accountability when you want to repair your friendship. Because if you don't, then I miss you not enough.
Right.
You know?
Well, wait, but here's the thing. It's people that I miss. It is. I would be lying if I said I didn't miss some of the friends that I don't have. I miss their kids. I miss them. But I'm always the bigger person. So I feel like instead of me being the bigger person, if that person truly loved me or valued our relationship the way I did, why you ain't caught me?
Well, because they don't have the capacity to.
And that's what I'm saying. So you
They
don't
don't have
value me
capacity.
enough because you have to
It's-
let your pride go in order to grow. And you got to let your pride grow in order to keep things that are important. And your relationship should be important.
It should be, but you know, when people go through stuff themselves and they going through stuff and their actions towards you reflect, you don't know why they treating you this way, but they got, hell going on, and they act out in a different way of what a friend should be, and then you looking like, would I have ever treated you that way? Would I have ever been that way to you in all things? You know? And then they show you this, even in their low part, and you look at it and you like, I could still be your friend, and I can forgive, but I don't forget at the time that I really needed you to be the friend on top.
Yeah,
You weren't there. And so that's hard.
It is.
that's hard.
That's hard. So being the bigger person is
It's hard.
one thing. But knowing that, yeah, you had something going on, I had something going on too. But this friendship means something, and you are okay with it being that way because maybe you don't like some decisions I made, but they're not your decisions.
Yeah.
These are mine. And so being a friend, we're gonna say, okay, you know, that's cool. I got your back. I'm your ride or die. We gonna do this. We done all made stupid decisions.
All of us.
But being my friend, being different as a friend as a kid to an adult, come on now. We can't even look at that stuff back there. As an adult,
We can't even look at this.
you
That was so
can't
long
because
ago.
but not even that it was so long ago.
We were different.
What we
were
need.
different. What we needed was different then. You needed a friend to sit at the table, the lunch table with you, so that you could feel comfortable. You know, as a kid,
That's real.
or somebody to walk home with. As a kid, and it happens, a friendship happens. Then you grow up as an adult, taking that childhood friendship into adulthood and thinking that
It's the same.
It's the same, and it's
not.
not.
Well, to me, it's similar because I still want you to hold my hand and walk me through life. You might not be walking me home, but you still should be supporting me in the same capacity.
But-
Because at the end of the day, if somebody is pouring into you and giving you, and in return, all you doing is taking, it's self-reflection, all the self-evaluation, all that stuff has to go down. But guess what? I'm done with it. I'm done with. I'm done with the because
not all friendships need to be rekindled. I'm not saying that. I was just saying that
I'm not saying
there are
that
some
either.
people out here who are dealing with these issues in their real lives, and they don't know what to do. They don't know which way to turn, and maybe that can encourage somebody to.
It will.
To do that.
It will.
That's all.
It will. Because some people
need it.
not friends for silly reasons.
They not friends because they go through something and they shut down and they block you out and then they say you weren't there, but you don't even know that they're going through something because they keep it in.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's all that part of the communication. So it's just like being in a relationship with a man.
Absolutely.
It's got similar qualities.
I mean, I think that going through life, God brings different people into your life. And this is something that I just live by. You have to wear people loosely. And it's true because you have to know that people come and people go for various reasons.
That's
whether it be because they can't work on themselves or because you're getting ready to go. And honestly, for plainly put, everybody ain't going to the same place. And that's just what it comes down to. And I think that's the hardest thing to comprehend, that everybody will not arrive to the same plateau. And you have to be willing to understand that and be okay with that. I have had friends tell me, you run too fast. I just cannot keep up. And I'm not being funny. Like, that's verbatimly what was said. And I have to understand that. Now, what do? Do you stop running or you slow down, or do you say, I love you so much,
but I got to keep going.
I got to keep going. That's hard.
Right.
That hurts to be able to know that somebody that you did a lot of life with and you help raise children and you do these different things with them and it's coming to an end. They're choosing it and you're choosing it because both of y'all have two destinies and they just not coming together.
Yeah.
And what do you do?
It's not the same road.
When it's not the same road. And I think that you go different places. Yeah, people hurt you, people do all kind of stuff. But some of this stuff, we just not on the same road.
Right.
And whoever is leaving, I know God is bringing somebody. And what do you do with that pain? Well, you're a person.
Yeah.
He knows you have emotions. So you need to deal with those emotions because you're hurt. You have to process that. That's why therapy is so good because it's like, this is the reality. Whether it's because they can't be happy for you, whether it's because they don't have it in them to give. Some people do not have it to give. Just like you could wish that somebody was your parent, your mother, your father, and you're like, why couldn't they be there for me?
But they
do not have it to give.
They don't have the
So
capacity.
somebody will come into your life that has a mother spirit who will mother you, who has a father spirit who will father you. So there's a friend who will love you. And so that's my take on friendship. I have to let you go because I do choose my destiny. And whoever I'm letting go, I'm going to get a friend that's going to be able to understand me and love me through it. And if I am wrong as a friend and you my friend,
You better
I'm
tell
coming
me.
to get you.
I know.
Right.
Now that's a fact. I'm going to come get you because if I did it, you could take to the bank that I'm going to say I'm sorry.
Right.
You could take it to the bank that I will be accountable for what I did because I don't ever want to be, if you're important to me.
I don't want to offend you.
Yeah.
I don't want. So remember, Sonia had called us. Did you call or did you do it in a text?
Text.
So Sonia put in this text how she was so excited about this particular episode.
Okay.
And talking about friendship and talking about our friendship and how each one of us have a important part in her life, our own personal relationship with her, and how it made her teary-eyed by what we all were there for, or what part we played in the role of her friend at this present time. And I think about some friends that don't like it when you have other friends and don't like. They don't like
to share.
Yeah, not only do they not like to share, but they don't like you with the other person.
Yeah.
They don't like you with the other person because the other person may be doing something, and they see you flourishing and you leaving them behind.
Yeah.
But it's not just that. Some people have to understand that each person
Has a
brings
reason.
something different to your life.
Yeah.
There's no two people that give me the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just not.
Yeah.
None of my friends give me the same thing. I got friends in every, my childhood friends that I still have, and then I got my life friends that I met in 1920. I got y'all.
1920.
No, like at 19 and 20.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. But then I got y'all, like I met y'all in 30s and 40s, and the longevity of it. But we're family because we work so long together. We learn our goods, our bads, what we like to eat, and regular friends, you act funny when you with your work friends, and no, it's just a different relationship.
Right.
But some people can handle it, some people can't.
Right.
It don't bother me when Sonya go out with her regular friends.
Me either.
Yeah.
You're supposed to have
friends.
You're supposed to have the ability to love your friend through every relationship she has.
Absolutely.
And I think a lot of women, they get jealous, they get territorial. And that's the number one downfall.
Yeah. The territorial.
Yes.
And people will tell you that I'm the territorial friend. You can't be territorial. If your friend got a friend, be nice to her friend. Yeah. Hey girl, how you doing? So like them birthday dinners that people try to invite all their friends to, be nice.
Right.
I hate that going to the birthday dinners and somebody there with the like
weird.
Girl, listen, we all cool with her.
Yeah.
Did you bring a gift? Because them be the ones that ain't brought no gift. Sitting there with a stank face and you territory over the friend and you ain't even brought her no gift and ain't paying for no dinner. I'm in somebody's room today. I'm on somebody's room today.
No, you are.
But William said something really, really that I thought about for a long time. Last year he came up to me when we all went to Antigua. He said, you know what it's like to have 45 people that don't know, like the 45 friends. Yeah. It was a lot of us.
It was.
That come together and we had a good time.
We did. It
was like no drama, and we had fun. He said, that's like a gift to be able to bring all these people together and you friends with all of them in some type of way and y'all have a good time like this. And I kept thinking about that over and over again. And I'm like, but those are the healthy friends.
Right.
Those are the friends that can handle it. Because I got friends who I sent my invitation to that didn't even respond.
Yeah.
Friends that didn't even take out the time to show up or buy the ticket, but the people that were supposed to be there were there. Yeah. And we had the time of our life.
We did, y'all.
So when I thought about that, I kept thinking about that when William said that. I feel like people make time for what they want to make time for. And we had a time, baby.
Yeah, I get along with you. We went to Vegas and we have, with a friend that's yours, but she's great. And I mean, it's kind of like, you have great friends, you have great friends. I don't believe in that. If I'm invited.
You miss out on relationships.
You do. And other friendships that may do you some good,
I agree.
You got to be present with your friend. And like you said, love them. Because on the flip end, it is hard, right? When you feel like you are so like you're giving to your friends and then you have somebody who do got a stank face or that it's not there for you. And to think that your strong friend don't never need a phone call or that they don't ever feel anything. I know I'm a strong friend. I get that, right? But I want everybody to know to the Lord, I actually don't have to be on the strongest friend alive list. It's hard. If trials and tribulations, if it's a phone call today, I want to be off the number. I don't gotta be. And so, I think that people need to, you see it all the time, check on your strong friends, but you really should. Mm-hmm. You don't know when your strong friend going through something financially, in their marriage, in their life, just in their personhood. You a person, I feel some kind of way too, just because I don't wear it like you.
Yeah.
Right? And there's nothing against those who may wear their stuff differently. Right. But just because I'm not talking about what I'm going through, don't mean you shouldn't ever say, how you doing today?
Yep.
How do you feel today?
You need to call. And it's crazy because I think about it. When your clients come in and be like, Edith, you want me to grab you a coffee? Are you good? Or they'll call before they get here. I'll be like, damn, I got people that's been in my life 40 years. They ain't never asked me nothing but what color rinse I'm getting? Like, you think about, no, I'm saying, have you ever thought about it?
It's just the way you say it.
No, that's the truth.
Girl, that thing was strong.
I'm just saying. It's weird because you think about it because you got people who don't know you as well as other people, but they value you more than your friends.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And it's a wake-up call.
They take you there it's too common.
Yeah.
Some people take you for granted.
You just old Edith. You don't need me to bring you no coffee.
Yeah, some people take friendships for granted.
They do.
They do.
And so when you talked about check on your strong friends, like I consider all four of us really strong. Mm-hmm. And we know each other in and out. So when we're off, and we know to tap in. Mm-hmm. We know to check in and figure out what's going on, bring you back up to speed. So I think that's all about who you are in your friendship. Absolutely. And what you bring to the table and how real the friendship really is.
Absolutely. Right. And you know how real it really is when somebody else is either needed or the other person's down, or there's something going on in their life and they need you. You know when you got friends when you need people. Not when y'all on the up and up. Not when
stuff
they
is perfect.
Yeah. When they need you.
When they need you and when you winning.
Right.
Because you'll see a side of a person when you winning that'll give you so many cues that is not your friend.
Yeah.
Because if you can't clap for me when I'm winning, I don't want you around me. Because that's the worst type of friend to have. You smiling, but you snaking.
word.
It's terrible.
Smiling and snaking.